Yohana, everybody. This is Kin from Kalakeke. We're here to promote Te Mana Ori, and we are at Nonosinaland again, number 2, and we're here with the lovely, the talented Tiana Liufau, right? Like who doesn't like I need to do an introduction? You know that she's the artistic director of Nonosina. She does the tight beats, and she does choreo, right?
Yeah.
That's right, and it's very, very authentic, and we're very blessed to be here. So we're very blessed to have you as a judge for Te Mana Ori.
Oh, thank you for having me as a judge. Mauru'uru.
Oh yeah, back at you. But I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and ask her some questions so you all can understand where she's coming from, what she believes in, and what she looks for in Tahitian soloists, or just in the culture in general. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So are you ready, Tiana?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with Tahitian Ori and Tahitian solo competitions?
So my experience in the art of Ori Tahiti stems generations back. I was born into a family of Polynesian entertainers, I should say, because at the time, competition wasn't really relevant for Ori Tahiti. And a couple generations ago, my great-grandparents came here from the islands to pursue the entertainment business with utilizing Polynesian dance. So you had hula, Tahitian, Samoan, and so forth. So it stemmed from that. By the time I came along a couple generations later, after my mom, then we were geared towards more the art of Ori Tahiti. We've been competing since before I even came my parents' era. My mom was an award-winning soloist dancer. We grew up in our household, not only in competition, but also here in class, perpetuating culture through music, song, dance. We've been blessed enough to do well in competition, but along with that is because we always go back to the source, to the roots. So you say tea'a, the roots, to the source, tumu, to the island of Tahiti, research, speaking with the elders, cultural exchanges. And then within the past 10 years, I've been asked to judge a lot of solo competitions as well as group. And just last year, I judged in Tahiti. I've traveled around the world doing solo workshops, group workshops, in Europe, Asia, Hawaii, here in the States, Canada. So I've been exposed to the judge's point of view and what I personally look for, but at the same time, we've been competing since I could walk in solo and group competition and getting feedback from all different perspectives and mana'o so that we can kind of hone in, to make ourselves a little bit better every time.
Well, I got to tell you, you have a lot of accomplishments, and we really thank you for coming to judge. But one thing I do love about you is you have a humble spirit.
Oh, thank you.
All right? You have a humble spirit. So there's people like, I've done this, and I've done that, and that, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, but I don't get that spirit from you. Why is that?
I think because humility is one of the main pillars of us as Polynesians, no matter if you're Tahitian, Hawaiian, Samoan, Tongan, Māori. That is something that if you do not have that, then you don't have the right center. Things don't come from from within. Then you have no guidance. You didn't listen to your tupuna, your elders. Mm-hmm. So you have to be humble. To me, that makes or breaks you, really. I can meet the most famous artists in the world. At the end of the day, if they're not humble, it kind of kills it for me. So I don't think it's something that I try to be. It was more instilled in me and growing up as a Polynesian, as an artist. So thank you for that, though. That's
no, you're welcome. I'm real. If you sucked, I would have said, nah, you sucked. But you didn't suck on that one. What do you think is the benefit of people going to solo competitions or Tahitian competitions?
The benefit is, like my mom said, Auntie Ricky, is putting your best foot forward, getting better. You want that feedback, you want that constructive criticism, but also you want that extra push. You meet a lot of friends from all different walks of life, that camaraderie, and at the end of the day, we have to always remember, win or lose, it's for the love of this art form that comes from this very isolated group of islands in the South Pacific. So along with the humility, it's good to compete. I'm gonna be honest, you don't compete unless you want to win. So you have to prepare. You have to put your best foot forward. And at the end of the day, though, you still have to have that good, camaraderie and that passion and that mana that you all apparently share. It can get twisted though. There's some downside to competition, but I believe wholeheartedly that Te Mana Ori is not about that. So I'm very excited to be a part of it.
So here's a good question. I know there's a lot of soloists that want to get your feedback on this. Is what do you look for a great soloist?
That's a good question. Every single judge will be different, but what I look for in a soloist is, unfortunately, we don't get to hear you speak, or you don't have to chant in the language. So therefore, solo competition is mainly based off of technique. So what I look for, I can just think of it easiest from head to toe, or vice versa, is your footwork, your feet, the alignment of your feet with your knees, your posture, your arm placement, your focal points, where you are looking, if you're looking at your hands, which you should always be, by the way, hint hint. The shape of your pa'oti and your fa'arapu. What else? Your stage presence. A lot of people overlook this. They kind of want to look like fierce, or they want a big pa'oti and a big fa'arapu, but at the end of the day, it's that saying that the eyes are window to your soul. So we want to see your stage presence. A lot of people forget about that. You know what I mean? If you don't look like you're enjoying yourself, what makes you think we want to watch you?
That's true.
Right? Unless it's themed, if your solo is themed and it calls for a certain look, then carry through with it. Not just with your face, but your movement, your costumes, your demeanor, and just have something a little bit deeper behind your dance. But we don't get to talk to you. So, you can love dance all you want, but if you come to competition and you look like you're bored out of your mind, then unfortunately you're probably not going to do well.
Yeah, it's true. That's
yeah,
true.
There's a lot. I'm probably missing a lot of other things that I'm looking for. There's a lot of things. Utilizing the space, traveling, being comfortable, recognizing the beat. I drum every single day of my life. I'm a musician, so I can tell if you know the beats or not. If you've never heard that beat, you have to be able to identify it in like 3 to 5 seconds and go. Costume, the relevance, relativity, I should say. If your costume, nothing on it is anything Tahitian, like you come through with sunflowers and I don't know.
Daisy Dukes? I don't know what.
Yeah, Daisy Dukes. That's like twerking 101. And that is completely different from Tahitian dance.
Right.
In every which way. But there has to be like that relevance and cultural appropriation that it is Tahitian, it is Polynesian, there's thought to it. And not just because, it looks tight.
Right.
Yeah, it makes me feel good. There has to be more to it.
No, that's legitimate. I appreciate it. I mean, you guys should appreciate this. There's a lot of knowledge that Tiana's sharing, so take heed. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Why do you think people should come to Te Mana Ori?
There's a lot of reasons why people should come to Te Mana Ori. It's a very intimate setting. I think you have beautiful, qualified judges. But also, it's a great way to start the year and to meet people that love the same thing that you do. It's January still, right?
Right.
So it's a good way to get the year started and get that healthy competition instilled in, especially the young ones, and to just meet new people, get some positive feedback from the judges, and like I said, start out 2015 the right way.
Cool. Well, listen, we really appreciate your time, Tiana, being able to convey your thoughts and your beliefs on not only the culture, but of the competitions that we have out there, because there's going to be a lot. There's a lot out there. And at least it gives them something to work on in terms of what you're conveying to them. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so Tiana, there's a very deep question I need to ask you, and I need to really have you think about it.
Okay.
And be truthful, because this is deep, and it's critical. It's very critical. So take a moment after I ask you. Why do you hate on the Warriors? So Tiana, why?
I'm not a hater. I don't really know what you're talking about, but I mean, you know, Laker Nation, we're in SoCal. There's no hating over here. You know, just repping where we're from, and you know, we are in Southern California. But you know,
shots fired. Shots fired.
It's all love.
Well, listen, Tiana, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And we are very excited to have you. And we're excited to have all of you. So make sure that you sign up, come on down, and have a good time.
Mama.
Go Warriors! So soloists, get your applications in, and spectators, buy your tickets, and let's get ready to Ori!